if you put others first all the time, and how to see it's time to change. Hello, Will Perry here. Welcome to another Keeping the Conversation Alive. I hope you are well. Oh, I'll take that down. So it's lovely. It's lovely to put others first and to give, but it doesn't help. Bugger. So it's always lovely to do things for other people, to help people so much, to be that person that people come to for help. And how lovely is that? It's a beautiful, gorgeous, wonderful thing, and we need more people like you. But you never get stuff back in the same way. But I know you don't do it for that. I know you don't do it for that reason. You do it because you genuinely enjoy helping people. But you have a propensity to get used by people. They take advantage of you. Often in organisations or jobs or anything like that, you are the come-to person, which is a lovely thing. But it's way beyond. You operate way beyond your remit, what you're paid for. So people come to you for things. Oh, I'll do it. I say, no, it's okay. I'll do it. It's easier. It's hard. Yeah, I'll take that on. I'll do it. No worries. It's way beyond a remit. So you get used effectively, whether it's done with in a nice way or not. You get kind of used and put upon. You can become a bit of a doormat for people and for friends to put upon when they're feeling down. They can come to you and use you in a way to feel better because they've got offloaded. Doesn't change their behaviour, doesn't change them, improve them. They don't take responsibility for themselves. They just offload. But they want you at the beck and call, to come here where make you feel bad and all that stuff. By putting others first, you go to them to help because you love to help, but it's not actually helping them and it's not helping you. It's leaky bucket syndrome. Unfortunately, and you're the leaky bucket, so always running on empty. But then it does run out, and then you need to replenish that, or always have the constant thing that fills you up, that energizes you, that gives you the energy to look after yourself. But what you do is put yourself last, so you go through that cycle of running on empty. It's not a great thing. Often comes from childhood, from having parents or carers that were perhaps cold or distant or emotionally unavailable to you, where you try harder to please, to please people that can't be pleased easily. And it's a difficult thing. So it sets you in motion for the rest of your life to please others first and to feel, it's not just pleasing other people because that's what the environment was, but it's set in a belief that you should look after others first, that you're not worthy and you're not good enough, and that doesn't bode well. That's the bit that's not good. That doesn't bode well for your life as you go forward. And the forward bit is the interesting bit because you'll struggle to often develop a future, a clarity about what you want and a strive to do it and take the steps and become that future, because you get distracted in helping all the other people first. Does that make sense? You get distracted with that one. People are genuine in their need, are they not? So you've got all these genuine needs. So how can you possibly focus on that if you've got all these genuine needs of people that require and request and you could help? And so you give yourself to them, which is a lovely thing, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help them, and it doesn't help you to achieve that future. In fact, you can help more people if you achieve and attain your future. Now, that might take a while to get your head round, but you can help more people if you actually say no more often, if you follow your path rather than trying to appease everybody else's, because it doesn't work. It doesn't actually appease them. So, what you do instead is keep putting things off, your own things. You keep putting them off and put them into the pile that I think I mentioned this yesterday, the shoulds, the could, and the want to. Just put on, I could, I should, I want to, but what you do is you please everybody else. Does this make sense? If this is you, then we need to have a conversation. Well, we need to, you can put that off and shoulds and coulds and woulds. I have that a lot. Oh, I know I should. In fact, on the survey that I did recently, so many people say, I know I should work on this stuff, but I keep putting it off. So what's the outcome of that? What's the inevitable outcome of that? You keep putting it off. You're going round in circles. You're never going to attain that future that you want. Or if you are, you're going to make really slow progress towards it. So you're going to keep bulking at it. You're going to go really slowly towards it, and it's always going to keep getting out of reach. So what you need to do is to learn. I suggest humbly to you, is to learn to stand in your power, which is a great phrase, but what does that mean? Oh, using the terminology from my client, stop being pathetic you and be strong you. Awesome. I love the clarity of that. So stop being pathetic. I'm not telling you that you're being pathetic. I'm not judging. It's just the words of the client that might provide some clarity for you. Stop being pathetic and be strong. Strong for you. Saying no to people sometimes, to be able to go into your future. And in fact, that might even help you see what you want your future to be. So that's making time for you, valuing yourself, knowing your value, knowing your self-worth. And then you can step into and become your future. Sounds cool, doesn't it? But it won't happen if you keep putting it off and serving all the other people that you could serve, because you could serve other people infinitum. Leaky bucket syndrome. Doesn't it never fills. It just always runs. However much you put in there, it just keeps running and running and running. So my invitation to you, press the button. Well, okay, take the test. If you haven't taken the test, and lots of people actually on the survey said they haven't taken the test yet, it's just a really quick test online. It just gives you, I think, reliably a nice indication of the propensity towards negative emotions, negative thoughts up here. It's not a hard and fast rule, but it's a really nice indicator as to whether this stuff is you. So if you score low on this, 15 or lower, and it gives you the score, it doesn't give me the score, it gives you the score, then you'll know that you have this propensity, and maybe it's worth looking into a little bit more, because if you change this stuff, then you can create the future that you choose and that you want to, away from the distractions of others and serving others and feeling burdened by that, because it is a burden. So be honest with yourself. Is this you? Is what I'm saying relevant and pertinent to you? Because how are you going to change it if it is? You might think that you're the only one, that it's just you, and you should just carry on with it. You should just get on with it because it's just you that's like this. But actually, 80% of us, to some degree or other, so I'm going like that, 80% of us suffer from this low self-worth, this propensity for negative thinking, and it holds us back hugely. And we serve other people, we burden to other people. In fact, it doesn't help them. Yeah, they get an easy thing right for one bit or something done for them, but it doesn't actually help them, and it certainly doesn't help us. It's an interesting thing. I find it fascinating. Does this relate to you? If it does, get involved in the conversation. Maybe take the test if you haven't already. But open the lid on this stuff, because it's not as scary as you think, and the solution is there. And that involves some other rule beliefs and stuff you've probably heard me talk about before. But taking that first step is the most important. I hope I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.